Miguel, 1,000 times 20.
20,000.
Very good. 1,000 times 4.
4,000.
Very good. Ivan, 1,000 times 50.
50,000.
Very good. 1,000 times 20.
20,000.
Very good. 1,000 times 8.
8,000.
Very good.
The product of a whole number and
Is that good?
itself is
Y'all
called
hear?
a perfect
Yeah.
square. Here are some examples of perfect squares. 1 times 1 equals 1. 3 times 3 equals 9. 5 times 5 equals 25. Is 30 a perfect square?
All right. Did I do something wrong?
It's supposed to pause for you.
Okay. So what do we need in order to have a perfect square? What do we need to have in order to have a perfect square?
It has to be, it cannot be, I forgot the word, but it cannot be 1, 3, 5, and equal numbers. They can't be
Oh,
unequal.
very good. So what two numbers need to be equal? Do you remember what those are called? It starts with an F.
Fraction.
You're close.
Factors.
Factors. The two factors are gonna need to be the same number, okay, in order to have a perfect square. Now, why do you think it's called a perfect square? Why do you think it's called a perfect square, Melissa?
Because it's fair.
Very good, exactly. So if it's a square, what do you know about a square?
It has 4 sides.
Four sides, and each side is,
The same.
but we're working with perfect squares, so each side is going to have the
Equally.
same equal numbers, right? Muy bien, es cierto. Okay, so is 30 a perfect square? I don't know where my picture went.
No, you have to press. Yeah, there.
A number is a perfect square when it is the product of a whole number times itself. When the
Yes, it
length
does.
and the sides of a square are whole numbers, the area of the square
The actual square, yeah.
Okay, so here we have some examples. The question was, is 30 a perfect square? Do you think the number 30? Do you think that there is a square that if it had all of the sides equal, the units inside would equal 30?
Yeah, 15 times 2.
Oh, wait, Yvonne just said 15 times 2. What's one of my factors?
15.
And what's my other factor? Now, are those the same?
No.
Didn't we say they both have to be equal?
Yes.
Okay, so is 15 times 2 going to work to make a perfect square?
No.
No. Think about it. Are there any other numbers?
There can be any number.
Any number, but they have to be equal. They have to be the same number.
Like 10, 5.
Okay, 5 times what is 30?
Let me guess. 6, 5.
Huh. 5 times 6, is that
No.
equal? So, do you really think 30 is a perfect square?
No.
It is not.
to have a perfect square, the numbers multiplied have to be whole numbers. So is 30 a perfect square?
No.
Let's find out.
But are there two numbers that are the same number that you multiply together to get 81? Carolina? No? Why?
Because 81 is a number. 1 doesn't have like. Come on. Because 1 is an unequal number. It's an
Oh, so you're telling me that the only way that I can get perfect square is if it's an even number.
It's like 50.
It has to have a 2, a 4, a factor of multiple of 2. Is that what you're telling me? But didn't we just say 5 times 5 is 25 and that's a perfect square? Is 25 an even number?
Yes.
No, it's odd. It's very odd, not even. So let's look at 81. Okay? Let's just try some different numbers. We already said 5 times 5 is 25. Can we go a little
How
bit
about
higher
11?
and see?
Yeah.
You wanna do 11 times 11? Do you think, what's 10 times 10?
8. No,